Well, hello, my friends. I am so excited to be here with Joy Bartling. She is the executive director, Scatter Joy Acres. You're also the founder of Scatter Joy Acres, correct?
That is correct. And actually, August 5th, we rolled into our 18th year. We're
Oh
starting
my
year
gosh.
18. I know it seems like just yesterday we started it, but
Wow.
yeah, a long journey we've been on, and it's been very fun to go on that journey.
Yeah. Well, first of all, congratulations. Thank you for joining me today. And for those who may not know what Scattered Joy Acres is, let's just talk a little bit about the organization, who you serve, and go back to the beginning and why you founded it. What was the inspiration?
Sure. So, Scatter Joy Acres is a rescue therapy ranch that majority of our animals are rescues. And then we use those animals to do therapy with seniors, veterans, at-risk youth, and disadvantaged individuals. And it kind of inspired from my childhood. Cows were my soul animals, and when life didn't always seem to be cherry, I would lay in the big old necks of the cows and they would wrap their heads around me. And that's kind of the love that I understood. Sometimes people try to love us, but they hurt us more than the love that they can show. And animals are non-judgmental, and they love you unconditionally, no matter if you're having a good day, a bad day, or if you're mad at them or not. So
Yeah.
that's why we started Scatter Joy Acres to rescue animals and then use them to rescue people.
Wow. And let me ask you this. How many animals did you start with? I mean, how did you bring the animals? Like, how did you find the animals when you?
So when I made the initial announcement that we were starting this, I actually was working with Tila Mickles at Compassion in Action, helping individuals coming out of prison reenter back into society. And I let her know, and she said, "Oh no, you can't leave me." And I said, "Yeah, but the Lord is calling, so it's time to go." And we had a gentleman, and I hadn't said much to anybody except a couple hours after I had made that decision. A gentleman reached out to me and said, "Hey, I have 5 acres that I would like you to start your ministry." So
Wow.
God had already gone ahead and prepared this journey that he was going to take me and many more on. We had been at that location literally probably 1 or 2 days, getting things ready for animals, because basically was a condemned house. There was it was a shell. There was no windows, there was no walls, there was running water and electricity, and we made it work.
Yeah.
But there was a lady who had been in a domestic abuse situation, and somehow she heard about us, or someone referred her to me. And within hours, we had a horse, 3 goats, 2 chickens, and a duck. And that's how we started 18 years ago.
Wow.
And the animals just continue to come. And some days you have to say no and ask people, "How can I help you keep your animals?" Instead of let's let's not come up with the easy solution of surrendering dogs or cats. Let's figure out how we can make them part of your family and make the adjustments that need to be made.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's so much to what you do. And like you say, this is therapy. This is healing. There's so much. I mean, the animals are these beautiful beings that are creating space and healing for us humans. And I know you have moved. I want to talk a little bit about that as well, because this has been a journey for you from where you started to where you are now, and then the journey continues. So where are you now? Let's talk about that briefly.
So October 30th of last year, we made the move to Murray, Nebraska. The property that we had been in Omaha, Habitat for Humanity was wanting it. And so we, through negotiations and realizing that I had to move a zoo, not a 3-bedroom apartment, and came up with the offer. And the next day, the property that we ended up at actually went on the market. And literally the whole deal was done in 72 hours. We were signed and we were moving stuff. So We moved a whole zoo in 32 days, built infrastructure that needed to be built.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful facility. It's secure. I don't have to worry about people coming in like at the old facility where kids were bored in the nighttime and they're coming in trying to take puppies or let animals go out of pens. So it's been very peaceful journey for everyone. And just knowing that we have animals that never like to load on a trailer. We have a big Shire horse that's like a draft horse.
Yeah.
And pigs don't like to load on trailers. And 8 o'clock that morning, we had 8 trailers loaded, thinking it was going to be a whole day process. And at 10 o'clock, every animal was loaded, and we were on our journey to our new location. And it's like they knew they were going somewhere better.
Yeah, that actually makes me cry, because I remember watching this kind of unfold on Facebook too, because you had some videos or some photos, but really that is just so beautiful that, animals are so connected.
I always tell people God created animals first because he knew that we needed them.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Okay, I have to wipe tears away. So, okay, this question, I have no idea what you're going to say. What is the impact made in the last 90 days?
So our impact just in the last 90 days, we've rescued 123 animals. Wow. And 238 of those animals that we've had have found refuge, food, or care at Scattered Joy Acres. So that's huge numbers that have come through here. Yeah. Been able to, stay a short while, find other places to go. We still have a big influx of, we have 2 St. Bernard mom puppies, one had 14 and the other one had 8 puppies. And, it's a lot of work taking care of puppies as well as the whole zoo. So the impact has been huge, and those people that have continued to support us and know our mission, we are very thankful for that. And we just want more people to know of that impact. But not only that, those animals made an impact on those hurting people that come and do therapy. Or we've just had people that come to visit and they got to interact with, a baby fox, and they're like, wow, that was so cool. And I never thought I'd get to do something like that. So it's huge, and it makes a difference in everybody's lives every day.
Well, we're going to talk about a fundraising event that you have on October 5th, but you also have like events. I mean, I check out your website, and also people can connect with you on social media, but you have like wine tastings, or you just got all these different things where people can come out and experience what you've created and spend time with the animals. Talk about that for a little bit.
Yep. So we have some ladies' breakfasts. We have ladies' nights. We have coming up in October, we also have a cook-off, because the guys are all wondering, what do we get to do? And, guys like to get behind their grill and show off. So keep an eye out for things like that. But we also, had some music venues that came out. We have a stage that we built. We're trying to make it more family oriented, where, mom and dads work all week, and they want to do something on the weekend, but they don't want to put the kids at, babysitter again because they've been in school. And so we're trying to make it a family unit where they can all come out and enjoy something. There's games. We have a huge playground. We have ladder ball and horseshoes. We have duck races, all kinds of fun things that they get to interact with and just kind of enjoy each other.
Yeah. So. Yeah. And I'm glancing over here because I'm looking at your website, which has so much information, scatteredjoyacres.org. And you can look for events in the ranch experience, volunteering, your services. But let's talk about Let Love Lead, an annual fundraiser, and that's coming up on October 5th. So.
Yep. So we named it Let Love Lead because we need to let love lead the things that happen in our lives.
Yeah.
People get so caught up in the world and technology, and they forget the true heart and the meaning of what it really means to love. And so we want to showcase Scattered Joy Acres and show people that don't know us what the love that is happening here. Interaction with those animals. You'll get to hear testimonies from some people that have been affected by the things that have happened here at Scattered Joy Acres, as well as, you know what, you may get to make your own memories here that night. So we're making it just a donation based. We're having a chuck wagon style dinner. So don't dress up, bring your, wear your cowboy boots, wear your equestrian gear, just come casual. It will be, outside. We're hoping for great weather. If not, we'll have availability for inside stuff. But Kevin DC with Christ for the City International is going to host our event for us. We've been big partners with them for years with the Urban Plunge program and bringing in those youth or groups of volunteers and helping volunteer at Scattered Joy Acres, as well as the whole community in Omaha. So we're excited. It's a twofold. We're trying to get people to understand the importance of animal assisted therapy.
Yeah.
It is not covered by insurance. We do not turn anybody away for it. So we need people to step up and help sponsor individuals to be able to participate in our animal assisted therapy programs.
Yeah. So October 5th, 5:30 to 8 p.m. Murray, Nebraska. So from an Omaha perspective,
where's Murray, right? Where's Murray, Nebraska?
Yeah.
So from our old location, which is in North Omaha, just to the south of Forest Lawn Cemetery, it's 35 minutes south, right on Highway 75. So we're like 8 miles from Plattsmouth. If anybody's familiar with Beaver Lake, where you turn to go into Beaver Lake, you turn the opposite way to the west, and it'll bring you 3 miles to Scattered Joy Acres. So it's great, beautiful country to drive and see. And it's really been uplifting, hearing from those people who used to come and visit us in Omaha that, they're like, wow, I thought it was going to be so far. And they're like, wow, before I knew it, I was already there, because they got to see different things other than street lights and stop signs and stoplights and sirens and whatever else. So
easy drive, very easy drive. So we've just got like a minute left, and this has been a great conversation. I think we've talked about this, but people can learn more at scatteredjoyacres.org. But people can come out, can they come out on the weekends? I mean, do they need to make an appointment? Do we have to be like a part of one of your events? What is the criteria for people wanting to visit you outside of the event?
Nope. So we are open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. for our interactive petting zoo. You do not have to make reservations. You can just come during those times that we're open, as well as we're going into our fall season also. So if you're looking for corporate events or family, you can book a bonfire pit. Enjoy some time, around the fire, cooking hot dogs, roasting s'mores, sipping on some hot cider, apple cider. We do birthday parties. We do corporate events. We've even done some small weddings out here where our tortoise was a ring bearer and carried the ring down the aisle. Our camel was a groomsman in a wedding. Our donkeys were bridesmaids. It's endless what we can provide. So we're just a little bit, I guess it depends where you're coming from, Omaha, Lincoln, wherever, but we're not very far from anybody anymore.
Yeah. Joy, thank you so much for joining me today. And I just want to encourage everybody, this event on the 5th. And like you said, we're just making a donation. You don't buy tickets.
right? You don't have to buy tickets. We did create a link on our website
Mhm.
so you can RSVP so we can kind of decide,
Yeah,
how much food
absolutely.
we need to make.
Absolutely.
But yeah, we're having like a suggested, $20, helps cover for the food and drinks and things like that. So, and then after that, we'll have some sponsorships where we'll have some stories and you can help sponsor either an
Awesome.
animal or a person or an event or something like that. So we look forward to seeing everyone at Let Love Lead, our 2023 event, and let's see where it can take you.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh my gosh. I'm so grateful for you and what you have created. So thank you. And thank you for sharing this with us today. I appreciate it.
Thank you.